was on that fateful flight IC-814 of 24th of December 1999, which got hijacked to Kandahar on its way from Kathmandu to Delhi. It's been inspired by the title of that book which Captain Devishan has written. It's inspired by the fact that the aircraft belonged to Indian Airlines. I was coming out of the cockpit when they showed me a pistol and then made their way inside. Poorly researched, poorly documented. Chasm that's been inspired by the title of that book which Captain Devishan has written. It's inspired by the fact that the aircraft belonged to Indian Airlines. It's inspired by the fact that the commander did a good job. It's not inspired by the fact that the cabin crew chief, that is me, did bear the brunt of the first attack, in the sense that, because I was coming out of the cockpit when they showed me a pistol and then made their way inside. And it's also inspired by what happened in the common circles. It doesn't do justice to the atmosphere inside the cabin. They do show people getting assaulted. They do show the hijackers running up and down the aisles. But somehow something doesn't quite add up. It doesn't look as if it was the passengers were getting affected the way they did in the actual incident, and their behavior, their threats, they all happened over a period of time. There's been no faithful reproduction of those incidents inside. So I think that they didn't show the full complement of the crew. They showed only 3 individuals initially. Then out of the blue, 8 of them get together and they're planning to attack and stuff like that. It was poorly researched, poorly documented. The viewers would have liked to see a more realistic depiction of whatever happened, because it's very easy to say it's a work of fiction and inspired by true events. Everybody knows that the makers were telling the story of the actual hijack. They would have liked to see the Indian establishment and the bureaucratic response to be a little more solid than what was shown to be, and they would have shown the negotiator, Mr. Doval, whose part is played by Manoj Bawa, as being really conscious of what he was supposed to do. Which have been published. The first one to be published in India was written by Mr. A.K. Jagia, who was a flight engineer on that flight, and in association with a brilliant investigative journalist named Saurabh Shukla. The uniqueness of the book lay in the fact that they had very what shall I say, carefully and you could say faithfully recorded the activity in the government circles, what meetings took place, who were the officials involved, and that I think was a brilliant insight into how the government functions and what most people didn't know, because media was everybody didn't have the time to go into the news in detail. So this was one gorgeous book. Other one was written by Nilesh Mishra, a journalist. In that book he documented the role of ISI and their handlers in Bombay. Mumbai police did a good job in getting hold of them and getting the information out of them. Third was by couple of passengers. Then there was another passenger on board who wrote in Hindi, and my book came out in my book came out in 2014, and the captain's book came out in September 2000. I would like to say that do watch this series with an open mind, and compare it with the information that's in public domain, or if you read any of the books. And if you can get hold of Saurabh Shukla's book, that'll be wonderful, because you'll be able to actually compare how much the makers of that series, Netflix series, have deviated from the truth. And you will also apprise yourself of something which had a significant impact on India's security setup. Of course, we've learned, and India as a nation has moved forward, but we also need to be on guard always, and we can prevent such things from happening. If you find something objectionable in the series, please be bold enough, fearless, and frank to record your displeasure, your objection, listing it out.